people, what's up? Alright, this is Flux 360 on Flux TV. Now, this particular podcast is focusing on topical issues about life. What is it that we are talking about? Life issues relating to love, marriage, religion, politics, whatever it is. We take it from an all-round angle. We invite guests in who give your own 2 cents on the different matter. For this podcast to be on, for this maiden edition to fly, we've done loads and loads of planning, loads and loads of deliberation, brainstorming. We've done, behind the scenes work, and finally, it's coming to fruition. You do not have a clue as to how excited I am. My name is Evelyn Ohiola. You can simply call me King Eve. And for this show, I am not alone. I'm going to be driving the show with my co-pilot, and she's here, Heritage!
Hello everyone, my name is Heritage Oyedepo. As you all know me, the African baby girl. It's nothing but soft life. But on this podcast, we will be discussing everything, like every trending gist. You need to hear everything you want to hear. I don't know what you're looking for, but out there, when you see a lot of things trendy and you want unbiased opinion, we've got you right here. And I'm not here alone, but we've got some beautiful guests. Right here beside me, I saw someone smiling. I'm like, look at this pretty woman.
What up,
woman? The Aqua Ibom woman. It's no other person but Nelly.
Hello. Alright, my name is Nelly. I'm from Akwa Ibom State, like she had said. I'm a chef. I'm also into the field of peace and conflict management, as well as charity and humanitarian services. I'm pleased to be here, and trust me, I'm very outspoken, so you will get the best out of me.
Alright.
Nice. I'm waiting.
She said she's into peace and conflict. It means for every conflict here, she's bringing peace. And from every peace, she's bringing conflict. So
I like.
it's going to be a fabulous time on this show. This is content you've never seen before. It's not your usual podcast. And that is why I want you to stick till the very, very end. And we have another guest for this particular edition. I call him blessed as he amongst women, the only male in our midst. And this is O to the S to the A to the S. Osas. How are you doing?
Everyone is very, how can I be the only person amongst 3 women, for God's sake?
You're about to bring out some wisdom from the world. That's why you're
All right. I like that. My name is Joshua Osas Ekunwe. I'm a media evangelist and also a media executive. I do a lot of things, but let's just stop there.
Media evangelist. How are you propagating the gospel?
As a child of God, you have been called to do that. So whatever skills you have, there's the ministry aspect of that skill.
Okay.
I
Simple.
like that. That's a very, very nice concept and how to go about it.
It seems these two are getting along and I do not like it.
Like you grab.
But I foresee that before the end of this show,
No, we don't want that.
Life of a ministry.
there might be some conflict.
That's true.
Peace and conflict.
The peace will be there, don't worry.
Peace will definitely be there, because that is what we preach right here on the show. We preach peace, and we preach that people come together to love one another, to propagate peace, and to propagate a better living for everyone. And for this particular edition, the maiden edition, we are looking at a topic. It's a very broad one, and we'll be taking it, one piece at a time. It's on love, marriage, and all the myths surrounding it. When I mean myths, I'm talking about myths. There are a lot of things you hear and people feel they have this belief towards it because it's something that has been there for a long time, and it's now become a belief. It's become a culture to us. So we're going to be looking at all of that, and Osas and Nelly will be helping us out on the topic. Now, guys, love, marriage, and all the myths surrounding it. It's a broad one, it's a large one, like I said. But then I'd like to start with love, since it's the first thing I mentioned. And, they say God is love, and, you cannot live in this life without love. Some people still believe that, I beg, love, what is love? But deep down in their heart, they know that they cannot do without love. It's like, during Valentine's Day, and someone will say, "What is Valentine? I don't know. What's that? What's that?
Evelyn.
Don't cut me.
Evelyn.
Don't cut me.
Evelyn,
What
calm
is
down.
it? What is it?
You're talking about love and all of that. Does
Yeah.
love exist
Love, of course, love exists
in
because
our generation?
yes.
Everything's just transactional. We're just transacting one thing or the
No,
other.
no. I don't believe that. I believe for everywhere that you find human beings, there is love. There is. It's just that
You
sometimes.
just want to gain something. That's why you're actually being favorable to the other person.
No,
That's what's
no.
actually quoted as love.
No, I don't believe that. I do not believe that. I still believe that deep down within us, no matter how transactional that relationship is, there will be a point in time where you did something for that person out of love, genuine love, actually. Even if there sometimes it might be transactional, but because we are humans, we have emotions, even. I don't want to sound conversational. I don't want to bring the devil into this discussion because he's such a minute person. So, but I just want to say that the most wicked person on earth, there is still some form of soft spot within that person that they still show love to people. Now, that question you asked me, I'd like to push it to Osas. Osas.
Evangelist.
Evangelize.
Okay.
What heritage is saying or talking about love being a relationship being transactional? Do you think that's true, or do you think people
Well,
don't talk
I
about
want-
love too
I
much?
wouldn't want us to throw that under the carpet.
Okay.
Because she might be right. Not she might be, she is right
To some extent.
to some extent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because love is actually transactional. Alright? It's just like in our school days,
Mm.
biology. You go to the field to fetch plants. And plants feeds off your waste products.
Mm.
You see, that's transactional.
Yeah.
And that's what we call life. So
Oh.
I'll just tell you that love is life. So, and in life, what you do in life is you transact.
Yeah.
You get it now? You transact. That's an aspect of it. Now, there's another aspect that talks about, being effortless with people. You said something. You said something about love that no matter how transactional it might be, there will be a time that, you have done something for a person. I have a friend and you know him. He's
Okay.
a barrister.
Okay.
At some point would shout at each other, would really be at, but still we are together.
Yeah.
5 and 6. She can be a witness. 5 and 6.
Yeah.
What's keeping that?
Mm.
So most time when you want to break out or break off, you realize that no, this guy has done something for me.
Mm.
That's why I don't want to go too forward. I don't want to be forward right now. But the truth of the matter is, that's why home still remains.
Mm.
It's not because love keeps home, but at some point there had been a transaction that you just think about and say, because of what this woman has done for me, no, I'm not backing out.
Okay.
I'll still remain there. So love is transactional, and because transaction is life, that's what I'll say.
Okay. All right. Wisdom.
I like the way you're able to dissect
Yeah,
it. Okay, so let's
another
hear
angle.
Nelly's point of view.
Oh, all right. So, well, love being transactional, like our evangelist had just broken it down. Well, I agree. I agree with him. Yeah, largely. And also the fact that, yeah, for a man and a woman to be together, even in our respective friendships and family, like within your siblings and relationships and marriages, yeah, the aspect that you care for this person and in return this person cares for you, that's transaction. So
transaction,
yeah, in that angle, yeah, love could be transactional in that way. But what Heritage said, she said it based on that
Yes.
transactional
Thank you.
stuff.
In this generation,
Osas is not seeing it from that angle.
Yes. Become
Osas is not
transactional in
seeing it
this.
from that angle.
Because when
That's
Osas,
the way you have to help me take it in the gospel.
which have you taken to
Quoted it for me actually. But the truth is, let's be sincere with each other. We all know that in this generation, as a lady and as a guy, if you're not bringing, they will ask you, what are you bringing to the table? That means you're asking, okay, if you want me to be with you and all that,
Yeah.
what do you want me to do? So what are you bringing also if you want me to do this? Because okay, now more or less like they'll just tell you SCS, and if you want SCS, then you have to give me money.
Then that's one of the issues we have in this generation.
So because you're gonna see a lot of divorce rate and all that, they
Of
think
course.
because it's not feelings, it's not love again. It's just transactional. What are you bringing to the table? Oh, I do this and this. Okay, I think you can actually help my business and all that. I think she's business oriented. So probably like Igbo people, like she's business oriented and she's good and all of that. Okay, I think I want to wife her.
Well,
But if you feel like there's nothing
She's bringing to
she's
the table.
presenting, she'll be like, I don't think I want to go into a relationship with this person, because you'll feel like, what are you bringing? What are you offering to me?
All right, Nelly.
Do you grab?
Alright, I also feel that notion and that feelings or whatever it's going on around that transactional stuff
Yeah.
is based on how we have chosen not to dwell or practice what love is, or what love had been, or what love was supposed to be in the first place.
So
So
tell us.
now everyone feels that this person I'm loving or this person I'm doing so much for is not maybe good enough, or this person doesn't love me enough, or okay, what can I benefit from this person? Whereas love originally was supposed to be sacrificial. I'm doing this for you, I don't care, or I don't even know when I'll be able to get back what I'm doing for you.
But don't you
Or-
think that is draining when you are doing something for someone and the person is not reciprocating? There is this thing, is it in biology we learned that we talk about the symbiotic relationship where I do for you, you do for me, and the parasitic kind of relationship where you are only getting from me, and sometimes genuinely you like this person and you want to be there for this person all of the time, but at some point you think about it, I'm like, what am I gaining from this relationship?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
don't you think that can be draining?
Yes, I was actually, thank you for bringing that up, because I was actually going to that
Okay.
angle, because I think that is also part of why people stop loving genuinely.
Okay.
Because they've been doing this and the other person have not been reciprocating.
Okay.
So they feel like, oh, I have to go, oh, what was it for? It's not worth it. So that's why it now became a trend that before you know it, this generation, and now it gets worse. And we feel we are at the worst stage of it.
No.
We haven't even
No, we've not started.
we haven't
We've
even
not
started.
started.
This
No,
thing
no.
is
We've not
is
started.
just starting to deteriorate. You
Are you
understand?
serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that aspect of getting your love back or getting reciprocated for what you do, it's very draining. It's very, very draining. The only time and reason or place that you will feel less drained is if you genuinely do not care. Like you are very
Do you
selfless.
think
Like a mother's
Yeah,
love to a
human.
child.
you would not care at the point in time? Even mother's love. Imagine you actually tried, like you gave your best to a child, you sacrificed everything for that child to go to school and everything, and after the child graduated from school, probably he or she was successful in life and forgot the woman. How would she feel?
Yeah, that's correct.
So is that still, would you still call that mother's love? Won't you feel hurt? Do you know the pain?
All right, I think the aspects of that is it's what you do with it. That pain and how you feel is what you do with it.
Okay.
You understand? So yeah, you can feel what you want to feel, but as long as you don't go all gaga and want to harm the
That
person,
person.
or
Okay.
but you just feel what you feel and then you back out. You back, like most of these mothers, they will end up placing curse on those children that they had loved so much and cared for so much. Probably those children did not reciprocate when they actually got to the stage they were supposed to, and then you hear them go, oh, you did this to me, it will not be well with you, and all of that. I get.
So it's okay to feel hurt. Now it is what you do without hurt
It's what
that
you do with
matters.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now that we are really promoting self-love, you understand? So that self-love is what now makes you to step back and think, is this thing productive for me?
Alright.
Is it good for my well-being? Why do I have to keep complaining or seeking attention or demanding for what I give out so freely to this person or to this group of people and all of that? But if we want to go biblical, we are not even supposed to feel that way if we want to practice Christ-like kind of love. But okay, yeah, we are humans and we will at some point try to feel that way even if we don't want to. So now practicing self-love now is what now makes you and how you handle it different. You may decide to, okay, let me, for my sanity, because it's also part of these things now that pushes people to do what they're not supposed to do. They gossip about their friends, their best friends, and they go back trying to hurt them or harm them.
Every lady's
because
Every what?
lady gossip.
I don't gossip. I don't gossip.
Yeah.
I don't gossip.
Earlier today, I was showing you a screenshot of what's it called, a chat on my phone, right?
I don't know.
gossip.
I see.
What were you doing
Camera
at that point
focus
in
on me. I don't gossip unless it is necessary.
Okay, can you imagine?
I don't
So
gossip.
today it was necessary, right?
It was necessary for me to.
Right?
I don't gossip.
Don't worry. Alright, I got my
You
point.
know what I used to tell people is that when someone says, yeah, you people are gossiping, I said, no, I'm not gossiping. We are just exchanging information. In fact, if you don't gossip, they are gossiping about you. In fact, if I hear that they gossiped about me, I will like,
I'm doing something nice.
What did pay me? They say, they one way they talk about me, you know which the one way I talk about. So you know, so I'm not always hot or angry that someone is gossiping.
Alright.
The only thing that will hurt me is that I don't do my own
Then you have to look for a way to strike
Okay,
back.
so Osas, now Nelly talked about self-love, and I want us to dwell a bit on that. Self-love, selfishness. What's the difference? Because we're in a generation where people are preaching self-love. Do whatever makes you happy. If it makes you happy, do it. Do you get? But a lot of people do not know that there is a very thin line between self-love and selfishness. So if you can help us out, what do you think selfishness is? What do you think self-love is?
Okay, let me start from where she stopped. You see, I think and I believe that love is in phases. We have different kind of love. So the question should be, if we are defining love, what kind of love are you talking about? That should be the first thing. What kind of love are we talking about? Some persons, all that is in their head is romantic love.
Yeah.
See this lady now, beautiful. How I will take her to bed is all that is they are thinking about.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Some now, if you see my sister now, man, the love between us is very thick. That's a familiar love, I think. Family love, something like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then there's this platonic love. Then the last one is a self-love. You see, that self-love, I say, is the biggest of it all. Now, why look for the Mr. Right when you can even become the right person? That's the definition of self-love. Self-love is accepting yourself, accepting your value, respecting who you are. So irrespective of whatever anybody does to you or do to you, you are not moved because you know who you are.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying now?
The subconsciousness is there.
It's there. It's there that, man.
This is ridiculous.
Okay, I don't know if this is sounding arrogant, but let me say, my first love, the first lady I ever asked out and all that, she just came to me after 3 years and said she doesn't deserve me. What's happening?
Why?
Oh, thank you. That was my question.
I don't like those people. You are not the problem, I'm the problem.
Thank God bless you.
Why would you feel you're the problem?
Manipulative.
You don't love yourself enough. You
much.
feel you're not enough. Or you're
Thank
probably
you.
you're seeing a deficiency in yourself.
See, those people run for 40.
I tell you,
Manipulative people.
I'm not the
Speed.
problem.
Run,
you
no.
are not the problem, it's me. I'm the problem.
all those ones,
Yeah.
to some extent, want to make you feel less of yourself. I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Want to make you feel less of yourself because you would go back home and ask yourself,
And
okay,
blame yourself.
thank you. Why
wanna
would
know
she come
why.
and say she's not?
Have I done more than enough?
Have I
That's
done more than enough?
manipulation.
Or is it that there's an expectation I've not met? Do you get my point now? So situations like that always make people to feel less of themselves. That's a different thing. But when you are selfish, your selfishness means that you are not concerned about what happens to the other party.
Oh yeah.
That's being selfish. Self-love is you know who you are.
Regardless of whatever
You know,
anybody
the
says about
first
you.
time I noticed her nickname, I was like, what's wrong with her now?
What is she feeling like?
What's she feeling like? Why would she be saying King? You get the gist.
And then our people be like, this kind of ladies they cannot submit.
God bless you. No, that's the truth. And
I've heard that a lot of times.
When you hear her speak,
Yeah.
or when you watch her online speaking and say, look at her, no wonder she's King Eve.
What's she feeling like?
What's she feeling like?
And
But
I love her confidence so
my
much.
dear sister, that is what we call self-love.
Yeah.
Very true.
Irrespective of whatever anyone thinks about. Okay, something happened to me early this year. One of my biggest clients just cut off.
Oh.
Now, because of love, I'm going to explain what I mean by that. For instance, now, she gave me work to do. Definitely, I'm not going to be formal with her. I will not. Because she's like a sister, she's a friend, so I won't be formal. So I'll just give her, okay, just bring so let's just go ahead. So because I wasn't formal out of love, you just rose up and just said, you're not doing it again. I felt bad.
I don't get you. Was the person expecting you to be formal even when
No.
you were friends?
Over familiarity, is that?
That is the point.
Okay.
That is the point. Because normally I should just, okay, you want to do so and so, I give my quotation.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, true.
you pick the one you want. You get it now. But because I didn't do all of that, of course, if I'd done that,
Yeah.
there will be contract agreements
Yeah.
and you can't bridge it anyhow.
True.
You get it now. So you just come up and just stop the work. I went back. I was sad. For some time I couldn't walk.
Oh.
To be frank,
You have to chest it.
I had to chest it. I stomached it because this is my biggest client. 1, 2. I sat down. I started asking myself, what are things that I must have done wrong? Is it in my conversation? Is it in my communication? Is it in my approach?
Yeah.
I started asking. Thank God for the wife I married. She said, young man, you are the best of what you are. What's your problem? He said, why you worried? You give, and she knows at times I don't sleep 24 hours. Busy working because it's a weekly job, so I must deliver. You get my point now? I'm going somewhere. So at the long run, I sat down. I looked at what I've been doing for him before. I saw big companies, big organizations that pay heavily for their whoever is handling their media doing similar thing. In fact, mine is better. Then I knew that this is self-love. This is my value. Then someone else told me, said, you don't know what you have. So I think everyone should come to that point whereby you know whose you are. Not who you are now, whose you are. If it's not correct it. But there is something I used to say something, people used to laugh at me. I tell them that dictionary has their own whatever, but I have my own English. So any way you like, pick it. But there is something I call whose you are.
And I think I resonate with that.
You must, because we're on the same page.
Why are they on the same page?
Oh yeah, we are ministerial
Why are they?
people. So we can interpret it in ways like whose you are.
Yeah.
You are God's child. You walk as a king. You are a son of a king.
1 Peter 2:9.
Ha.
So you know whose you are.
Right here.
So
Me too, I know whose I am. What do you
Right on, evangelist.
all right, so let me just quickly wrap up that.
Yeah.
So it's different from being selfish. Selfishness means I don't want you to be greater than me. That's it. There was an instance that we saw recently along our streets. There are some shops. They sell almost the same thing. So in the evening, you will see all of them come to shop A. They will sit down outside. They will be gisting. So my wife drew my attention to it. I said, what's wrong with these people? Why are they sitting there? I said, that's love. That's the way it should be. I said, I shouldn't be jealous because you're
This
selling
is
the same thing.
Yeah.
In fact, I should even be your marketer. You want to buy this one, so sorry, I don't have. Go and meet mommy, this, and get it. So selfishness is not wanting you to be greater than me.
Yeah, true.
Why self-love is trying to be greater than who you were yesterday.
Not the other person.
Not the other person.
You're not in competition with
your
anybody.
biggest competition, not with someone
Not
else.
with someone else.
Yeah.
So
You're not
that is
improving
self-love.
yourself.
Self-love is understanding the care, understanding who you are, understanding what you have, understanding your value. Very important. Because you see, no matter the level you meet somebody, this is my belief in life.
Okay,
No matter the level you meet someone, there is something about that person you need to learn.
true.
Okay, I just told you that I'm in media. I didn't tell you much. I'm also into music. I'm a music tutor. So I play the keyboard. One day I saw a small boy play something. And you know, with my years of experience with music, I've not been able to get that thing. I've tried so hard. The ability to drop your ego
Oh gosh.
and go and meet that small boy and say, today, teach me this thing. That's self-love. You know that you're going to meet that boy does not reduce who you are.
Exactly.
Rather, in fact, it enhances who you are. Because from that day, that boy respected me the more.
That's what I was about to point out.
Because I just went to him. I said, play that thing again. He was even afraid. Maybe he made a mistake. I said, don't worry, just play. And I said, okay, good. Today, sit down here. You're not going anywhere. Teach me what you just played. The boy was like, Oga, forget Oga. Teach me this thing. That is self-love. Allowing somebody else to come up.
Yeah.
Self-love.
Okay, so now let's go into the romantic aspect.
Yeah.
Now, Nelly, I would channel this conversation to you, channel this question to you rather. You know, people talk about soulmates. Oh, I'm still waiting for my soulmates.
Take a drink to that.
Oh,
It's very bad, I tell you.
I'm still waiting for my soulmates. This person comes to you and you're like, my spirit and this person's spirit no jam. This is not my soulmate.
Okay.
And there are some people that believe that once you miss your soulmate in life, you can never get it right when it comes to marriage or get it right with relationship. For you, what do you think soulmate is? And all the myths surrounding the soulmate thing. I want you to demystify it for us and tell us where you stand.
Okay, so first of all, let me start by saying this. That God said, Mr. Osas is my husband. Doesn't mean that I and Mr. Osas will be happy.
No, come again. Please repeat.
Repeat.
Yeah.
That God said
I like that.
that I and Mr. Osas are meant to be like husband and wife.
Yeah.
No, I prayed and God said,
God
you are
revealed it.
my husband or
Okay.
you are my wife. It may be true that God said it. You heard it loud and clear. But it doesn't mean that I and Mr. Osas will have a perfect, successful, happy, fun-filled marriage. In fact, we may not even last. In fact, we may not even make it.
Does that mean God's word is not true?
Does that mean that,
doesn't mean that.
God does not want you to be happy?
We are getting there.
Okay, let's get there.
Mean that God's words are not true. In fact, we are the people that make it seems like the words of God, the promises of God, the plans of God for us are not true. We are the ones that constantly try to make God a liar, but God is not a liar. Okay. So that is what necessitates this my soulmate. For me, I'm of the opinion, let me say for me, because every other person may come to say,
Is a lie? Yeah.
For me, I'm of the opinion that there is no soulmate.
There's nothing like soulmate.
There's nothing like soulmate. In
What happened to all those novels you were reading when you were young? And all
that's
those
novel. If I want to write, I'm a writer as well. So
Okay.
I can choose to write what I want, how I want it. As long as I can construct words, I can bring in emotions into it and it will sell. Let's be realistic. Let's be physical here. Now, you make your person your soulmate. I can just meet you today and I don't know you. In fact, how do I even know you were my soulmate? Because I dream about you or what? How do you know somebody is your soulmate? Now, how you even know that you and this person align and you are compatible? That is, for me, that's what I would even come close to soulmate. Okay, I and this person align, our goals, our visions, and we are compatible. But for us to get to that stage, we must first of all work on each other and with each other. Okay? Do you understand me? So let's take it for instance that let's claim that you are my soulmate, and then we fight every time. There's this myth that if somebody is I'm praying for the right one, people keep saying he's not the one for me or she's not the one for me. I haven't yet met the one. There is nothing like the one. There is nothing like a right person for you. You make yourself right for somebody, and somebody makes he or herself right for you.
How sure is it that my right is your right?
Now that is what I'm saying. When you both work, two of us, we just met, and then these are what you like and these are what I like. Oh, we have to compromise to meet each other halfway. That's the selfishness in people. People want to remain the way they are. They don't want to change or to bend or to compromise for the other person. And you hear somebody saying, this is the way I am, I can't change, stop making me change, I feel like I'm not good enough for you. Now, if you are empathic enough, love is empathy. Love is not a feeling and emotion. Love is an action.
So you don't believe in love at first sight?
Well, to be truthful, I am a person with love at first sight. Like I may not call it love at first sight. Like I have
Attraction.
to be attracted to you. Then the love builds up. So I wouldn't necessarily call it love at first sight. So first time meeting you, I'm attracted to you, and then my body calms.
Yeah, okay.
And listen and receive whatever we have to
say,
offer on all of that. So I believe in working with each other. With each other, that is how you make that soulmate that people will see and say, oh, they are each other's soulmates. No. They were two different people, but they decided to work. First of all, this person is empathic enough to consider this one's emotion. Oh, if I'm so sorry you are feeling that way, okay, these are the things I know I did wrong to you, I'll do better. This cut across relationship, romantic relationship, and even friendship, and even familyhood. Do you understand? But it's more worse in romantic relationships that we feel that she's the one for me or she's not the one for me. That's just because you people do not align. Your values, your character do not. You people are not compatible. In fact, I used to tell people, first of all, a spiritual man or a spiritual woman doesn't mean that that person is your wife. In fact, there's a difference between a wife and a mother. Some people are wives, some people are mothers, some people are both wives and mothers, some people are called into an office. All these are offices.
Rema.
Yes, no, all these are offices.
So wait. What I'm getting from what you're saying now is you can be a great wife but a terrible mother.
Oh yes.
You can be a terrible wife but a great mother.
Yes, it's very
but
possible.
you can also be a terrible wife and a terrible mother. And you can be a great wife and a great mother.
Beautiful.
I love that.
So those kind of people now, you now consider them as soulmates. Oh, this one is so good. In fact, let me go back to what Mr. Star said. Self-love makes you to want to improve, not just for yourself, but for others. That is consideration. That is empathy. That is love. That is love. I know that I'm not in where this phase of my life is not where I was many years back. In fact, in my previous relationship, when I happened to meet him, I told him, I'm thankful we didn't end up together.
Why?
He said, oh, why? I said, no, it's not about you. It's about where I am now.
So you two have been there. It's not about you. It's about me.
No. What I mean is that no. He asked. Said, oh, why would you say so? I said, it's not about me coming to blame on you and like. It's this phrase that I am that I realize that I'm better than who I was before. Yeah. In fact, if I had gotten married then, probably I wouldn't reach this stage of self-development.
Thank you.
This stage of knowing my worth, knowing how my actions affect others. This stage of learning from my mistakes. This stage of growing up to the point that I'm able to advise others, counsel others. I'm able to be in the midst of conflict and bring in peace. I'm able to, in the midst of peace, when there is, all this vice versa, I'm able to do this for myself, for my siblings, and for people. Maybe I wouldn't have been there. So I thank God for these kind of things. So when that concept of that soulmate, I don't believe in soulmate. I believe that you make yourself acceptable and lovable and soulmate-like for the other person. And the other person does same. That's why I don't tell people, don't settle for someone who doesn't see anything wrong with themselves, or who are not constantly self-developing themselves to be better versions of themselves, or who are not just doing anything profitable for themselves. They just want to be where they are, and then they want you to be their soulmate. No, I don't believe in soulmate.
Okay, so Nelly, a quick one. I'm trying to make myself better for whoever I want to get married to, and also he's trying to, let me say, A, B, C, D. They're also good in whatever they do. They found peace and all of that. How am I supposed to know who I'm to pick and get married to? They are good. They've worked on themselves, and everybody here more or less like, okay, let's assume I'm actually a lady, and everyone here, they are all guys. She's perfect. She has actually worked on herself. He has worked on himself, and I'm using you as E also. You've worked on yourself. How am I supposed to know this is who I want to work for, who I want to get married to? And also, we are all Christians. In fact, from the same church, we all speak in tongues. We do everything. We understand ourselves, because the Bible says we should marry our tribe, right? Exactly. So how am I supposed to know that? Okay, you found peace. You've been able to find whoever you are. So how do I know I'm to pick? Maybe you, or you.
All right.
Tell me.
Okay, in that angle, what are your core values? All of them cannot at the same time have your core values. What do you really want? Now, marriage means different things to different people. Okay? So for one person, marriage may be all about companionship.
Okay.
For the other person, marriage may be all about just giving my children the best father or the best mother. For other people, marriage may be all about partnership. Let's grow together. Let's achieve things together.
Yeah.
For another person, marriage may be all about spirituality. This person takes me to a different realm. I'm able to speak in tongues. I'm able to see God, and I know this person. So Now, you ask yourself, amongst all these people, they are okay, they are good. I'm sure we all have met so many good, nice, and amazing people that were marriage materials, but they didn't just click. They may have clicked to, maybe you have 5 visions or goals or whatever. They may have clicked 3 or 4, but just that core one thing that you know that this is what I want from marriage.
What's the saying of nobody's perfect?
Oh yeah, nobody's perfect.
So why am I holding on to that one core thing?
Because that is what you know. That is your deal breaker.
Okay.
Know your deal breaker. That's your deal breaker. That's why you feel like, okay. For instance, myself, okay, I'm using it as an instance so that you understand.
Okay.
I want marriage to be a companionship. Okay, as much as if is taking me spiritually, I'm able to. This one is able to pack me well, to prepare for my presentations, and you are able to wake me up, or when I'm too tired, you are able to nurture the kids and all of that. But then you are not able to make me laugh. I'm not. I don't feel. I feel empty when I'm around you.
Oh, really?
And then it pushes me to not want to come back home, or maybe want to have a male bestie, because that's the person that really clicks that point, that ticks that spot.
Okay, what if, assuming you've actually ended up with the person you were with before, maybe the person actually saw, like your ex, actually saw, this lady, I like the fact that she likes to cook and all of that, and that was actually one of his deal breaker, and he actually had to wife you. So along the line, when you got married and all of that, and you stopped cooking, you do not enjoy cooking again, have you not changed?
Oh yes, that's I believe that is a change. That's a change, but I don't think that's the actual change that everybody are actually talking about. That's just a choice. That's just a something that, okay, if I can't cook,
my love language is act of service, so cook for me. I want to eat.
so that's what I say. So that's what people used to say, don't start what you can't
Finish.
and then don't say I can accommodate this, I can tolerate this, when you know that you may not be able to. So when you're trying to pick from Evelyn or Osas, Nelly, you just try to, okay, they are not perfect, but who can I comfortably live with for the rest of my life and not kill each other?
Okay. All right.
I like that.
Let's move to Osas. Yeah, Osas.
Right.
Soulmates. Your own disposition to soulmates.
Yeah, I want to come out of the box.
Okay.
Jeez.
Nobody put you for box before.
Come
Come out.
Because what I mean by box is that that's, to me, that's an aspect of talking about soulmate. Now, I want us to look at the word soulmate. That's like 2 words coming together to become a compound word. Soul and mate. Now, let me start with mate. What is mate? Equal, right? Now, what is soul? Soul is more like the life of a person. So now, who is that person that is having an equal life with me? That's soulmate.
Wow.
All right. I have this value. I love to speak. I love to laugh. I'm a clown. Yes. My wife, that's what she calls me. I'm a clown to the coach. You know, I'm just trying to be serious here. Trust me. Oh God. I'm just trying to be serious here. Now, I have those things that get me going. Because I told you that life. And life, it needs to be easy. It needs to be easy. It needs to be enjoyable, not endurable.
Yeah.
It needs to be enjoyable.
Yeah.
All right. So I need to look for that person that actually we have the same compatibility. We have the same mindset. We drive the same thing. Like she rightly said, the fact that the Lord told me that so and so is my wife does not mean anything. No. The fact that's why I said I want to leave our box. The fact that the Anafa told me that this person, I have done K1 on the person, this is the right person. Or the fact that I went to an Ifa priest and he said, you are son Godfrey. The fact that you have gone to different places to affirm that so and so will be your wife or your husband does not make the person your soulmate. Alright? Now, when you get into marriage, there is the tendency that the things you started with will stop. There is a tendency that there are some things you can't keep up to. Now, I'm more busy than before. So the things I started with, I couldn't do them again.
Yeah.
Before, when I waked up, even before my wife got out of bed, the house is clean. The house is clean. At times I would have even been preparing food when she would wake up. That's me. At times I can just take the clothes out and wash. But now I can't do those things again. Now, if she on the other end just remain who she was, trust me, we will not be soulmates again in the marriage. Remember, before we started the relationship, we were soulmates. That's why I said I want to compliment what she said.
I don't. Sorry, but
don't worry.
I think the question was about
what is soulmate.
I think, is there a particular soulmate for someone? Like
Does
maybe
soulmate exist?
Like maybe did God create a particular person like?
Yeah, that's also part of it.
That's
but I think she is. That's why I said he wants to leave the box, and I permitted him to leave the box.
I'm also interested.
I want to come out of that place a bit. Because there's a tendency that you start a relationship with your soulmate, in quotes, you have the same values, you have the same everything, and in the marriage, something happened, and you are looking for soulmate elsewhere.
Oh yeah. You see? So that means there's no particular soulmate.
The definition of soulmate is grow your value, I grow my value, we meet at the middle.
Are we not saying the same thing now?
And the tendency also to change is constant. Because this, like what Heritage said, that okay, this person married this lady because she knows how to cook well, and this guy does not joke with his stomach. He loves good food, he loves to eat variety, and he meets someone that ticks that box, that knows how to cook not just meals but good meals. Now probably in the course of the marriage, this lady for some reason stops cooking. Maybe she got a job and she got busier and she cannot really cook the way she used to cook when they first got married, and this guy is saying, no, now this is not the woman I married. You understand? The opportunity or the privilege to actually come to the woman and say, see, this is what is happening in our marriage. This is what I'm feeling in my marriage. And that's why I talk about communications being very important. You don't assume on behalf of that person and say, oh, she stopped cooking because she got this job. Now she's feeling fly because she's now making money in 6 figures. When she was making money in 20,000, 30,000, she wasn't like this. So now she's now making 1 million, 2 million. She's now proud. She cannot cook for me. Now I have to come home and eat cornflakes in the evening. Now I have packs of fast food everywhere.
I can't even let my husband to even do that.
But you don't have that and I feel it's two-way. Now if the man says, oh, this lady is getting proud, the lady, even when she notices that she has stopped cooking, she's supposed to sit her husband down and say, darling, it's not as if I don't want to cook for you, but you see this job, I really do miss cooking for you. I want to cook for you every day, all day, but now we have to make money for our kids, so I want us to look for a way where we can, jojo, where we can win-win. Okay. What do you think we can do to make this work for us? I'm talking from the woman's angle, because the woman just believes, or that particular partner just believes, my partner should understand now that it's because of the job. Meanwhile, the partner is thinking of another thing. Oh, this woman is getting proud. Or maybe the husband used to take you out to go and do your pedicure and manicure. Now the husband does not even remember anything. Maybe on every of your birthdays, the husband does this thing for you, and now the husband does not even remember your birthday again, and you're like, it's because of another woman. They have carried him. See now, it's because he's seen another woman. He does not remember my birthday. But you don't know whether he's dealing with things that is taking his mind off home.
No, sorry to cut you. We're already leaving the aspect of soulmate.
Yeah,
we are leaving the aspect of soulmate now. Now you said it right, but you know that, look at this instance. There are some instances whereby the woman will not even know that she has changed.
True.
The man will not even know that he has. Do you know that recently, 2 weeks ago, a woman walked up to me and said, Oga, it's a change. And I was like, I was surprised.
Shocked, yeah.
I was like, sorry man, what happened? He said, before, when you see me, the way you joke with people, the way you laugh, you do everything, that now, if we even greet you, bless you, well done, no, I'll just go. And I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
I had to almost be prostrating. I'm sorry, madam. I didn't know. So there's a tendency that the woman would have, there is something about work. there is something, all of us work, either we work in an office or we have our own business. There is something about work that turns your head, that you will forget that you have a routine in a day.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah.
So that is where love that we started with comes in. Because one of the things we didn't talk about before is understanding.
Yeah.
There is understanding in love. There is tolerance in love.
Yeah.
For you to be able to tolerate, okay, I just give you an instance. I do so many things for my wife. But recently, for the past 2 years now, I've not been doing it. Like up to. And one day she said, I know you are very busy. Who told her I was very busy? Who gave her that mindset? That is the reason why this guy... So intentionally, I'll just take some days off. Intentionally, I might just take some days off. And I'll just be at home. Like yesterday now, I was just home all through. That's why I told her that she's the only one that can carry me out today. Because I had work to do. Because so many things I was to do yesterday, I took the kid was with me so that you can rest. So that, I'm not saying, I don't know how to say this. That's why I say I don't want to sound pompous or arrogant. Because I have my flaws.
Sound arrogant. Please, we permit you to sound pompous.
Blow your trumpet. Blow it.
I should blow it loud.
Blow it.
Alright. So what I was trying to put in place is that love, that's where it comes in. Now look at the illustration she gave.
Yeah.
Powerful one. Powerful. There's a probability that you might be thinking that you see that once she will come late in the night and say, dear, I'm sorry, have you had something to eat? Are you asking me that? Did you cook anything? And she'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, I will warm the food I cooked yesterday. And for instance now, like me, I don't like warm food. But I had to start warming food because at times my wife will be stressed. So I will have to drop my high horse. That's one of the problems we have in marriage.
All right, so that's wonderful. Now let's talk about the pressure to always maintain perfection for your partner. You know you are not this thing, you're not this person, but because this is what your partner wants, this is not you genuinely changing, but it's a form of pretense. You're just putting on another self, a facade really, just so that you get in the good books of your partner. Some people will say it's just for you to secure the ring. Once the ring is there, you get. Some people will say, oh, it's just for me to just ensure that I carry her home and she becomes my wife. Once she's my wife, then I'm good to go. Some people will probably you are with a lady that says my deal breaker is someone that smokes or someone that drinks. So around her, you try as much as possible not to be that smoker or not to be that person that takes alcohol. But really deep down within you, you know that is who you are. Now, this is not you changing genuinely, but it's you trying to step up to the pressure of being this perfect person for your partner. Now, let me go to Nelly. Nelly, what do you, especially with our generation, do you think we have people who are constantly putting up a fake life just because they want to impress? The guys nowadays, they don't own Benz, but they go out to rent Benz just because they believe this girl is all about the money. They put out this look because they believe this is what she wants. The same way with ladies, they believe, oh, this is what this guy wants. To the extent now we see ladies going out for, by the way, I have nothing, if you go for a BBL or you do surgery, it's your money, you can do whatever it is you want to do with it. But I will still say my truth, because I see girls nowadays, they go to have the big bump because they believe, oh, this is what the guys want. So they are constantly trying to match up to the pressure of perfection. So what's your take on that?
All right, first of all, I would say I don't agree, and I'm not a fan of that school of thought or that opinion or that way of life. Firstly, it would drain you. Secondly, you will lose your self-worth and your self-esteem. Third, you may even be depressed, frustrated in the long run, and then you will want to run because you cannot pretend all your life. I mean, they are pretending just to secure the ring, to secure the lady.
In your previous relationship, when you guys went on a date, did you add the makeup on? Like, did you make up or did you look good? Were you on heels? I can't even.
When you say on a date, I think we have several hangouts and going out, so I can't really mean if I'm a person that is I'm very straightforward and I'm who I am. Firstly, I don't fancy makeup. Not that I don't do makeup from time to time, but every day going out makeup.
I feel like every lady does that. Okay, what about if you're going for a wedding ceremony? You know the all one bell lady dress up, looking snatched, makeup and all. You do that, right?
Yeah, once in
So
a
why
while.
didn't you go with your bare face?
So many times I go with my bare face.
So, and you're comfortable with it right now?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's assume that, okay, you went on a date with a guy, and currently while you're on dates, you actually had this, your makeup, you're looking all pink, and the girl was like, damn, I like this babe. And he wants you to continue in that pattern because of what he saw at the first experience. Would you call that pretense?
Alright, yeah.
So, and you kept on doing the makeup, you kept on looking snatch, and after the whole wedding of a thing, you kind of stopped because you had a lot of things to do. So, what is that pretense?
Well, first of all, when we talk about pretense, I feel it's more about your innate character or attitudes or behavior. So what this other person saw in you and liked, that's what I say. If he liked what he liked in you and you as well, because you had given him that impression. You had done that makeup and he saw it and he liked it. He liked it. He didn't force you to do that makeup that you did and went out to see him that day, that he like, oh, I like girls on makeup. So now you are like, he's like, oh, I would love you to always go on makeup. First of all, for you to even do that makeup, that means you were comfortable doing it in the first place.
Really?
You were, because if you were not comfortable, you wouldn't even bother to do it in the first place.
First impression lasts longer. What if you're just trying to pull up an impression?
Okay, so first of all, you were pulling up that impression based on to your own detriment.
No, I'm just trying to look good. Like, I mean, you want to see me for the first time.
Wait, are you putting on makeup for you, or you're putting up makeup for the person?
No, not for the person. I'm just trying to say in this aspect. But personally, it could actually be for me and it could actually be for someone else.
I think
it's different area.
I understand where she's coming from. Like, you want to go out on a date as a lady. You want to look different.
Different. You want to look like...
No,
you want to spice it up a bit.
Is it different, or you just want to look good? It's different.
It's also
you're not looking different because you want to actually deceive that person. It's because you want to feel good with yourself. It's like you going for a job interview.
I can feel good wearing a slippers, but because I'm meeting someone for
but you will not wear
I want to give that impression of look at this babe.
Yeah, you will not wear a slippers to a job interview, would you?
No.
So it's the same thing.
Exactly.
So what are you really driving at?
What I'm trying to say is that, okay, fine. The fact that I could actually put up a makeup now and the guy actually saw the makeup, I'm like, I like this babe, and probably asked me out to be his date. Okay, along the line, and I got to find out that I really don't like makeup. What do you say about that?
For myself, if you did that in order to look good on the first impression, right? And then he's out there, maybe at the spot or later on, oh babe, you really looked good, or I like the makeup. If his emphasis is based on the makeup, I like the makeup you did, really popped up your face and all of that, I would like to see more of that. First of all, you know deep within you that you're only doing that to look good for him or for that day. You correct it.
Yeah.
Then
person wey don dey look for relationship for like 2 years, you go tell am say make you correct am.
That's what we're talking about, self-love.
You go tell am say make you
That's what we're talking about. It's not desperation.
No, it's not desperation.
No, that is desperation.
No, it's not desperation.
That is desperation.
It looks like you've not seen Lagos Babes, right?
No, that is desperation.
Actually,
it's not desperation. It's the fact that you're just trying to pull your shot out there. You're trying to.
So you will continually be on makeup because a guy says he wants makeup. It's like me being on heels. You saw me on heels and I look good on heels, by the way. I do look good on heels. I know how to carry heels well, but I don't like it because it makes me feel uncomfortable.
I feel like almost every lady.
Do you understand? Now, probably a guy, you see me on heels and you're like, wow, I love the way this girl carries her heels. Meanwhile, I love my slip-ons, I love my trainers, I love my boots, I love this thing. I don't really like. The only time I wear heels is maybe when I'm going to church and I have to, there are ladies now, you offer when you want to enter church.
Do you want to attract the big fish?
Do I want to?
Yes, the way you dress is the way you be addressed.
See,
imagine me as a lady now.
Yeah.
I am actually, let's go say we are going for a conference and I am all penned up, like my makeup is on point, flick, my dress is on point, and I'm wearing heels, and you okay, let's say an interview, and you're just on your bare face and just like normal shirt and trouser and without ease, and the way I carried myself with the charisma, even though I borrowed probably a bag and everything, like I'm looking all pegged with confidence,
fake
like,
it till you make it.
come on, baby girl,
Fake it till you make
How
it.
Who are they gonna pick first?
Well, calm down. If it's an interview, it is what I have, with what we have
Apart
up
from
here.
interview, you're going for probably an event. You've been single for like 2 years, 3 years.
Why are you now telling me? Yes, I've been single for 2 years. Must you now say it out? Must you now tell the world that I've been single for 2-3 years?
Struck a chord in you.
No, I have this feeling. I have this feeling that
Okay, are
you
trying to say
came
she
out.
doesn't dress well?
No.
I'm just trying to
I have
say
this
that
feeling that heritage is coming for me. Because why would you say that you have been single for two?
Why
Must
do
you
you-
put it out there that I've
why
been
do-
single for
why
2
do-
to
why
3
do
years?
you
Is your
feel
name
attacked?
you? Is your name you?
She's facing
Why
me.
do you feel attacked?
I feel attacked when you mention that you have been single for 2 to 3 years. Why must you
It's
put that?
actually an illustration.
No, it's not desperation. If you are going for an event and you have been single for 2 to 3 years, see, I've come to a position where I am. A lot of people feel it's dangerous. Yeah, I am so comfortable with who I am. I'm so comfortable without anyone in my space. See, you don't have an idea what it means that you wake up in the morning and you're not thinking of, I want to call this son of man, I'll be this son of God, I'll be whatever it is. You have no idea when you know that, oh, I'm going home, I'm not thinking of Valentine is here, you're not thinking of, oh, I want to get singlet and boxers for one man. You have no idea. Yeah, it's bad.
I
It might
have
be
no idea.
dangerous.
But
yeah.
you know people will say ìrètí pípẹ́ ó máa ń ṣọkàn
Ọkàn
láàárẹ̀.
tèmi ò ṣàárẹ̀.
Ó máa ń ṣọkàn
Ọkàn tèmi ò
láàárẹ̀.
ṣàárẹ̀.
You need a partner.
I'm not saying I don't need a partner. I'm just
trying
saying
to
that
say that
in the
as much as that
meantime,
you still need that loving Duffy or
see,
hey baby,
Osas, before you
call
come in,
and all of that.
calm down. I will hear baby love myself. I'm just saying that in the meantime where I have nobody, I don't have to feel desperate to actually get a guy. Because at the end of the day, you will think you are getting a whale. But when you now see it, you are getting a fish fry. I mean, what do they call all those small
Why would you
fishes?
call that desperation?
It is.
Because I tried to look good for myself and I tried to
No,
prove
that's
all
not
my
what you're
shot out
painting
there.
now. That's not what
I'm
you're
trying to
painting
look
now.
good. Like, I look good for myself.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy with it. I'm like, oh, when this guy see me, you see me very happy. And I'm like, oh, okay, I want to go for you. And along the line, I kept up with that.
So now,
With
if
that
you
makeup
also
and
you
all-
would come
and
in, yeah.
heels.
Now you go to an event, you're all made up and all of that. You're all looking peng, and you catch this nice, rich, smelling, nice guy. You know, all those guys with perfume of 700k. They wear it. You can smell it from afar.
Okay.
Now you catch this guy, and you guys get into a conversation, and you know that no be am.
And that is the other factor.
So would you
that
still
would
stay
make me, no,
or
that
leave?
is the other. See, that is the other factor that will make me say, okay, I don't want to stay because of I'm like, no, this guy, there's nothing upstairs.
Okay.
Do you grab? That is the other factor. But apart from that, when I say, okay, I like this guy, he's good way he talks and all of that, the first thing that actually attracted him to me to talk to me is the fact that I also look good. That was what you'd be like, okay, fine, I like this. Compare, okay, now let's go for a beauty contest of a thing. If you're going for a beauty contest and you're just like, okay, I want to go on this runway show and all of that, and you're not on makeup. And
No,
all this,
that's
so
different. That's
No,
different
it's just
occasions for
it's just an
different.
illustration.
No, different
No,
occasions
see,
require different outfits and different looks.
for a guy.
Yeah.
You want to attract a guy. You pull out your best shot.
Why
In
must
this
it be in
generation.
attracting a
In
guy?
this
Osas, tell us.
generation.
I know you're married, but for a guy, if you want to attract a girl, do you go all
What
out?
was the-
Do
what
you
was the
wear
first
new
selling
shoes?
point that sold out for you when you wanted to ask your woman out or when you saw her? Was it the way she dressed?
You
Was
wanna
it the-
break
was
some
it the
bottles?
smile? No, I want to know. What was the first thing that struck your head when you saw her?
Mine might be ridiculous.
Okay.
Because none of the above.
All
struck
right.
a chord. All right. There was just an intuition inside of me. That's another different level. That's a whole different level. There was just something inside. I said something when, okay, let me not say that online here. But there was just something that just told me there is more about this lady. That was all. Not a makeup. As a matter of fact, the first time I saw her, she was not a makeup.
Okay.
Are you here? Can you hear
I
that?
hear that loud and clear.
Yeah.
She was not wearing the kinky
You've been
clothes.
married for how many years?
4.
4 years.
By
You
the
guys
grace of
dated
God.
for like how many years?
3.5.
3.5. That's like 7 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now compare 7 years ago to this generation. Is there any difference?
I'm coming. I'm going somewhere.
Please, I need you there very quickly.
Now I'm going somewhere. There's no time, so let me just wrap
All
it
right.
up quickly.
Yeah.
Now, so none of those things actually strike any chord. Now that is me. That is not you as Wale.
Yeah.
You get it now? Now Wale can just be this person that, man, my lady must just be all smart up, all this, all that. Now this is where the problem is. As a man, you don't tell a woman, I need you to keep doing this because it was what attracted me. That's a feeling of what we call insecurity. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So I must not keep telling you, first year of my marriage, I didn't know that. It almost killed my marriage. Yeah. So I believe that I should just tell my woman, hello, I don't like this. What are you wearing? Wear this one, wear that one.
Because you love those clothes on her,
Because
right?
I love those clothes
and
on
you've always
her.
seen it on her before,
Yeah.
right? Makeup.
Now, it's not makeup, oh. Just
No,
calm
it's just
down.
an example.
I know. Calm down. I'm going somewhere.
Okay.
Now, doing that, I have killed her self-esteem.
True.
Yeah.
So,
True.
indirectly, in the marriage, there will be nothing like soulmate anymore.
True.
Both of us, we are going to be living on pretense.
True.
And when you live on pretense, just like you said, a time will come. The thing will fade off. You
You
just
can't sustain it.
I want to go.
Definitely,
I want to
definitely.
go. I want to this. I want to
Definitely.
that. So
Definitely.
I just feel that you don't need to dress to attract.
Yeah.
Dress to be you. All right.
Yeah.
You see, one of the reasons why I actually said that is because one thing is I can actually do my makeup and everything looks snatch and all. So I get to find out, okay, we are compatible. We met each other, like, I like this on you and all that. Along the line, when we become friends, it can be like, Alayewa, we make up, me like another. But you've known me, you've understood me. You see, okay, probably what I bring to the table. You say, okay, we guys are compatible and all of that. With that, I can easily drop my makeup and say, oh,
Be
I'm
free
not,
around you.
because we are friends. We are already free with each other. Like,
Yeah.
we've seen everything. So with that, but the first thing that struck your attention was the way I looked. Do you get? That's what I was trying to say. Do you get my point now?
I still don't get it.
May I come in?
Please come in. You don't need to knock. Come in.
All right, based on this topic,
All right.
we just seem to be talking about the makeup, the dressing,
Yeah.
and all of that.
No, actually, we've not even talked on the topic.
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Okay,
it.
now.
We've not even said anything.
All right, so my own input here is that the pressure of pretense or pretending to
The
be
pressure of
yourself,
perfection
the
in a
pressure of
relationship.
perfection
in
in
a
a
relationship.
friendship or relationship and all of that. First of all, I would say, whether it has to do with how you had dressed the first day, or how you are, or how you wear, or whatever. Firstly, know who you are and what you want.
Thank you.
So, if you know that you are a fashionable person, you like makeup as a lady, you like makeup, you like dressing nice and in beautiful ways, you do that because you like, and that is who you are. You understand? So now you happen to meet someone who likes the same thing. Oh, and he even give you the nudge, like, oh, I like this. Then you are okay. Oh, you don't have to fake it. But if you are just doing it occasionally, like, oh, today I want to run to the office, or I have an important engagement, and you just do it by the way, and then you meet somebody who loves it and wants you to continue in that angle, brother, sister, please don't go on. That's where that pretense comes in. So when you see Lagos girls and how they package themselves because they want to look attractive and all of that, yeah, it's good to look attractive, but what is your limit? Don't start. We keep preaching to ourselves. Don't start what you cannot
Finish.
even
Continue.
talk less of finishing. And then let's leave the angle of dressing to character, attitude. You see someone like, okay, Mr. Sass, I know that Mr. Sass is a very has high self-esteem as a man. He likes intellectual discussion. He when he works, and he likes, he's this attribute of a man who know.
dream?
No, I'm just painting an illustration.
No, I need to ask.
The way she was in
I mean,
I just
she's trying to speak
I
out
just
my
want to
mind.
portray something because I know that there are men with healthy pride and ego out there.
Yeah.
Then a woman sees this kind of man, And then she's like, you know that this is a kind of man that, I cannot bring this my bad character of nagging or of jealousy, of envious and all of that. You want to package. So even when the man, so even when the man is going astray or is doing something that you do not like, you don't say anything.
That's a mistake.
People feel like when men say that they want peace, they want women are supposed to bring the peace. I don't want to, don't come and nag, don't come. That means, so for you to show him that you are going to be his peace, you have to now be swallowing everything that he does. That is wrong, because those are the things that choke you in marriage. Those are the things that you even want to kill him later inside the marriage. Yes, because you won't be able to take it again. So that man will be thinking, but you were peaceful now when we were dating. How come that as we marry everything, you just show me your real character? That is her real character. Or you, this guy, you did not tell me that you did not like eyelashes before. So why are you now saying it now? This is who I am. So that is that conflict. So in order to even treat that topic, a lot of people pretend a lot.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of women are expressive and outspoken women. Maybe they've been enlightened, they are knowledgeable, but they are dimming their light so that they don't so that another man or men will not think that they are not capable of submission. So they pretend like it is okay for them not to explore their self-development or to explore their career or to think or to express themselves in an academical way. So you see a lady that maybe is a first class graduate or whatever class, okay,
or no class,
no class at all.
So when she wants to speak, she will just have to be demeaning herself so that you will think that she's humble. That is not humility. How do people see humility and how? And then this whole thing is broad.
Very.
So in all angles, I would say, as a man that you are or everyone are, and as a woman that we all are, I think you have to first of all love yourself enough to be yourself, stand for yourself, and leave the other person to choose to be with you or to pick you.
Have you found the other person that you're talking on behalf of the other person?
I'm just saying, like, it's a
no, it's just like the same way you're saying that be this and this for the other person. So have you now found the other person for you to say, okay, for this person to be this and that?
No, what I mean is that in your everyday life, when you live your life,
strive to be better. Strive to be a better person.
That person who is comfortable with who you are. In fact, there are people that are comfortable with drama queens. In fact, they love drama queens. That's
so we are different, yeah.
Yes, people are different. There are men that they like drama. They're like, I like my woman is dramatic. That's who they are.
And some people like basketballs.
And we don't even. We are not even here to judge or condemn them.
Yeah.
That is who they are. And then there are people that they don't like it, or the moment drama comes, they are like, I don't want it. So everybody should just live their life the way they are. And as long as we know that what you are living is not conflicting, or you are not
harming another person.
The other person. If you know that as you are like this, as I am, I'm dressed this way because this is how I love to be, this is how comfortable I am, okay, fine, nobody's gonna condemn you. So somebody out there will see what they want or how they like and be you. I don't advocate for pretense, please. Nobody should pretend. In fact, you will kill yourself and even kill the people around you, and even kill your children, like what is going on now.
But you know, you can't know each other's behavior finish. Well, there's this proverb, and all of that. You can't know each other's behaviors finish and all of that, because the truth is, as much as you made emphasis on that nagging of a thing, okay, I like to nag, and after we did one or two things, I'm like, okay, fine, no problem. But along the line, when we're now married, I started nagging.
I don't think every woman.
Like a lot of people do it.
Okay,
even guys themselves. Like, I don't think you smoke, you drink, and the likes, you humanize and all the likes.
I don't think every woman. It's my opinion. Let me say, every woman is a nagger. Like, she was born or brought up to be a nagger. No.
Nah.
Why it's transformed into nagging or constant complaint is because the other person, he or she, is communicating with, is not communicating back. And communication is not just about what we are saying. It's active listening. It's your body language. It's how you receive what this other person is bringing to the table.
And there's feedback.
Yes, and then your feedback. You understand?
Are guys ready to listen to feedback?
That is your problem. That's your people's problem. That's why try as much as you
I like
can.
the way she said that is
Man,
your problem.
Man, when it comes to feedback like this, run.
Try as much as possible to be with someone who is on the same level of
as you.
thinking and empathy as you are, so that it will be easier for you. Now, why it's nagging is because you feel you are not heard. Your emotions are not validated. He's not considering you, or she's not considering. That's why you have to repeat the same thing over and over again, so that, and then him or she will be like, don't nag me. Why are you saying this thing over and over again? Now, you said it before. That is what people now say. She's nagging or he's nagging. But if the other person can empathically put themselves, or give the other person the benefit of doubt, that okay, maybe this thing I'm saying, maybe to me it may not be a big deal, but all right, I get you. Oh, this lady that you are going out with, I'm complaining. Deep within you know the person is nothing to you. Oh. But since she's uncomfortable with it, you try to calm down and put yourself in her shoe. What if there's another man, maybe just a friend or acquaintance, that is all over her like that? How would you feel? That's the communication and how you receive it. That way you don't push this other person to be what they are not supposed to be. Sadly, that's what people do to each other in a relationship and in a marriage.
Okay.
You don't do it for others. Like, live for yourself and for
others. Okay, Osas,
Right on.
very quickly, because we have to wrap up. It's been a fantastic discussion, but then I want you to wrap up on this before we say our final goodbyes.
All right. Very quickly, when we talk about pressure of perfection, what we're saying is that in a relationship, one is higher than the other. That's why the topic is coming up. All right. Now, you already know this person, and my father taught me something. He said something. He said, how do you think I was able to live with your mom all these years? I was patient that night. And what happened? She asked me to do something that day, and I was furious. I shouted at her. My father didn't talk. Came in the middle of the night. If you have that kind of father, you know what's up. And he told me, do you know the reason why I've been able to live with your mother all these years? Because I know who she is. I know her strength. I know her weaknesses. So, I am living every day prepared that our weakness will shoot out or the strength will come out. So, whenever I see any of the two,
I know how to play along.
If you see my father is so younger than his age, because he doesn't care, doesn't worry. So that was the singular lesson I held on to, and I brought into marriage. So there is no need for me to strive. Okay, for instance, I am this kind of person, like she rightly said. I love it. I don't like when I'm hearing stuffs that are not. I'm like, oh my God. But I had to pay attention. Because women needs you to just make them know that you are there.
Yeah.
You are treasuring who they are, the way they are.
Yeah.
So by that approach, the woman will not be able to want to perfect herself before you. The Bible says a man will leave his father and mother and cleave unto a wife. Now, this is one theory most marriage or most men, most women don't understand. Why did God not say a wife or a woman will leave the father and the mother and cleave to? It means that man is leaving to be with that woman because that woman is going to help that man to become reality. That's why he completed it by saying that and he who finds a man has obtained a good thing, right? Has found a good
wife,
thing. And has obtained what?
Favor.
One, and what? Favor and mercy.
From the Lord.
Just two of the Lord. Now, why is it not said of the man? So it is because that woman is to complement that man, no matter what you have attained in life.
Please also add what men also do to complement
women. Of course.
I'm interested in a man, not a woman.
Of course. I'm going to get there. Now, the man, on the other hand, you are an high horse. You are whatever.
Exactly.
No matter your strength, you are still weakness to that woman.
Okay.
Now, if I love men. They like saying this thing. The Bible says a woman is a weaker vessel. Hello, from our English language, if there's a weaker vessel, what does that mean? It means there's one vessel that is weak.
Weak, yeah.
So that's why we have a weaker vessel.
Hmm.
Do you get it now? So it is the duty of that man to look at this woman and say, okay, there's a strength. No matter your pretense on your first date. I don't know, maybe so I'm the only one that has that gift too. But I want to believe all of us has that. No matter your pretense on the first date, you can pick that this man, this.
You can read something.
You can read something. You can read something. So from that date, you pick their strengths, their weaknesses, and you help to bring it up. I heard mommy, is it Adeyemo now? Funke?
Okay, Felix Adejumo.
Felix, thank you, Adejumo. She said something. She said, if your wife, you are complaining that my wife is not sharp, is not smart, she doesn't dress well, she doesn't do this, she doesn't do that. I said, give your wife $10,000. Send her abroad for a month. Leave her alone. Let her come back. Then see if you will say the same thing again. I don't know if you get that.
Yeah, I got that.
We keep complaining of so many things in marriage, and that's what happens. That's why there's this pressure of perfection.
Yeah.
Like she rightly said, the woman will want to keep quiet. See, that kind of marriage will die in no time. There's this oh God, I've forgotten this particular science. Yeah, they have kind of, I don't pay attention to it because I don't really believe in it.
Zodiac sign.
Okay, zodiac signs.
Some are melancholy,
Yeah.
some are this.
personality
Okay,
traits.
personality
Thank
traits.
you. Some are this, some are that. It's true to some extent. That can help you to know how to treat your partner well. So if you know that, what's up with the why are you trying to be who you are not?
Can you just quickly put in a brief form? I know when it comes to relationships and marriage and all of that, we just tend to dwell on women. Just say something positive and complimentary to a man, so that just give me a tip too.
Nelly, what are you looking for?
Oh no,
I don't know what she's looking for.
he's a man, so just compliment men and
Give
what
her
are
a
the
2-minute
things?
masterclass.
Oh yeah.
All right. You see, there's something about men.
Okay.
Take it or leave it. They have the aura of the family. They have the aura of the home.
Okay.
No matter what is happening, the man has this standpoint. And trust me, if you abide by that standpoint, it takes you somewhere.
Beautiful.
If that man tells you that, I don't feel you should wear this dress,
Oh, yeah.
try and listen. Try and say a point. Try and say why.
True.
Don't just say, no, this is what I'm wearing. See,
Want
it
to prove
fits me.
unnecessarily stubborn.
Yeah, you understand. If he says, no, don't wear this. My wife is used to me using her as storytelling up and down. So she will not be angry even if she sees this later. There was a time I just told her, I said she wanted to change a customer where she buys her goods from. So I wanted to say, she now said she's going somewhere. I said, don't go there. Just go back to that same person that you're used to. She said, because I saw it cheaper here. I said, okay. She went, she bought. Now, as we speak right now, those said goods are still at home. Then I now told her, I said, you see now take money, go back to your former customer. And she went, she bought her stuff and started selling. I said, now mix the two together and start selling.
Wisdom.
So, men knows the right thing. The problem is just most time manner of approach. The way it's being communicated. So that's why at times women don't, it's too bossy. You can't just boss me around. I'm this, I'm that. No. The problem is just the ability for you. That's why when you were talking about communication, I told you that there needs to be feedback.
Yeah.
Feedback means I heard what you said correctly.
Yeah.
And this is what I do about it.
You know, you talking about this, I just remembered the story in the Garden of Eden of Adam and Eve, where God told Adam not to eat of a particular tree because it's the tree of good and evil. And Adam communicated same to Eve. How did Adam communicate it to Eve? I used to say this thing. How? Are you sure he did not communicate it
Don't eat that tree.
in a bossy manner?
I feel that.
And
No.
it's true.
Because,
it's true.
she's right.
Did he
When
communicate
a
it
man-
in love?
When a man tells a woman, don't do that thing, that's when the woman will say, I want to know the reason why it's even telling me not to do that.
You get.
Anyways, the thing is that it wasn't even Eve that went on her own. It was the serpent that came to Eve and
not be temptation. Not be temptation.
It was the serpent that lure Eve, like,
See,
don't
it's
you
like,
think-
wait, it's
Because
like,
she does not have the full knowledge.
I don't even think it's about how Adam told Eve.
it is,
If
because
she has the full knowledge, okay, just as you are now, you understand this thing.
Yeah.
And someone should just come and say, come, let me take you somewhere. Already you have a full knowledge of that thing. You're like, to do what?
What if you just choose to be ignorant about it after having the full knowledge about it?
see,
To me,
I just feel
like I feel
I
like
just feel like, cause most times it could be like, they said, okay, as a child now, they'll tell you, don't touch this fire. This is fire. This is fire.
why
Or
can't
even
you
after whatever time.
explain to the
Thank you.
child
Why?
what is fire
What if I
and
should
what
tell you,
it will do to
what
you?
if I should tell you that, okay, it will burn you, this and this and
See,
this.
let's
It
go
is
back
all-
to the
but
Adam
the
and
truth is
Eve.
the child will still want to, like, this thing they
Let's
say to
go
You
go
back
back
to
can't
that
compare.
Adam
You
tribe.
can't compare a
So-
child to a grown woman.
let's go back to
Oh,
that Adam and
really?
Eve.
Yes.
You say, okay. What if?
Yeah.
What if? Let's just be conscious. Did Adam know the consequences or the implication of doing that, or if you do this, this will happen? Did he?
No.
God told them now.
the Bible.
God told them.
That
Genesis.
he's going to chase them out.
No, God told them that they will die.
He said they will die.
He said they will die.
It's a tree of good
Yeah, and evil. He said they will die.
And
Did
that
they
if
die?
you eat it, you would die.
Yes.
All
Did
right.
they die?
All right. Now, Eve. Okay. So now,
Why you not calling me Eve? Is it Eve in the Bible or is it? I will go.
no, because since we are talking about this now.
All right, okay.
Now, the mode of or the way Adam spoke or communicated the whole instruction and all of that to
Eve.
his wife Eve in the Garden of Eden, I think, to me, it does not have effect or over what Eve did. Eve is a person, she can think for herself. That's the same way your parents have been grooming children, and when you go to school, don't follow another man, don't do this, don't do that. You not
Still
you.
do.
They will still do it.
Yeah, yeah.
see,
So
I will
it's
still-
not
I will
the
still-
manner of, like, yes, communication and how
Okay.
you say it is important, but don't tell me that a grown-up woman or a grown-up person will still, because the tone of how you communicated it will still.
A grown-up woman under the authority of Adam. We seem not to understand that Eve was not playing.
Adam should have been. Oh my dear wife.
No, I'm not saying
let's,
that.
Let's get this right. No, that's
you
what.
Okay, after everything.
I'm coming, please. Now, what you are saying is more like an emotional blackmail. That's
How?
not what I'm talking about. Now, when I'm talking about communication, it means that I'm able to express myself very well, that you can understand me very well. You can see reasons with me. You can see reasons with what I am saying. And your feedback is that when you see reasons with what I'm saying, you are now convinced to do what I told you or what I said. That is communication.
Yeah,
It's just like when we're in school and you are debating. You say, I have not come here to confuse, but to convince.
Convince you.
So if you want to convince me, you give me validations. Why?
Okay,
Okay,
this
that
is
is that is important. In fact, I used to tell people now, in the generation of nowadays, if you give instruction, say why. Okay, if you do this, this is what will happen. These are the consequences. It's something that I also I agree
Preach.
that okay, it should be done. But a grown how come that when a man tells a woman, I love you, I love you, I love you, then the woman who is not just a man and a woman, then the other person will still go out to cheat. Does it mean that the other person did
Because
not
I
communicate
love you,
their love
I love
well?
you is an expression of the mouth.
not action.
Something is missing. You said it
So in
before.
all the women, in all the cheating that happens,
Categorically.
in all the cheating that
Yes,
happens,
ma.
there was no iota of somebody like
Yes, ma.
the other person did not show love.
Yes, ma. Research has shown that.
Abeg, who conduct research? Abeg, I
I
want
Because
really don't want us to
everybody-
delve into
everybody
cheating
are
right now. Because the truth
responsible
is,
for their
the truth
own
is-
actions.
see,
Let's
Ma.
you
not
may be
blame the
saying,
other
you may be
person.
saying, I love you, I love you, I love you, and probably you're showing workings. But the truth is, you feel like, I don't feel they chop only pineapple alone. May I go
That's my
chop fruits,
point.
other fruits?
That's my point.
See,
You can't say
I'm
grown-up
coming.
people
Yes,
will be.
You're
Alright.
grown up, but you just still
That
want
is
to
an
do
excuse.
it.
That's an excuse.
It is not
Let's
an
take
excuse.
Let's be accountable for our actions.
How
and
is,
not
no,
just
that's the
say
truth.
that.
No, that's the truth.
It's
calm
not-
down, calm
Okay.
down. This one,
Let us cut this
Calm
thing
down.
down. Let's be going.
wait, calm down. You are the one that brought this up,
Abi,
and
so
you must
we must-
sit down.
Now
You
you
must
no,
sit down
no,
to
no,
discuss
no,
this.
no,
Now you bring Adam
You're
and
not
Eve
running away.
Adam and Eve is just an illustration.
It's just
to
an
what we are
illustration,
saying.
yeah?
It doesn't have anything to do with what we're
Why
saying.
did
Alright?
Adam knows that okay, if you shoot this fruit you're gonna die, right? So when Eve brought it and even Eve told him that this fruit is from so, why did Eve
I can
say-
categorically tell you. I can categorically tell you
Tell
now
them.
that
Yes.
he decided to eat it because he know he has made a mistake by not telling her that don't do this.
Excuse.
I can't. No.
So that they are on the same page, because
so
she
that
had
we'll
eaten
be in
it.
the same page, because he can be a man. That's one of the role of a man in the house. When a man sees that something has gone wrong, he takes responsibility. Now it's not left for the other party to also take responsibility.
But wait, Osas, it be like say we will not be on the same ship. Why did
problem,
she?
no problem.
Why did Adam now tell God that it is the woman you gave me?
Fine,
That
I'm coming back. That
Please
is why
come
we
back.
are man. That's why we are man.
Okay.
I said I can categorically tell you. I didn't tell you that. That's the fact.
Okay.
Get me right. I say I can, just to like compliment what you said. I can tell you. I didn't say that's the truth about it. Now, he going back to God and say that's the woman you gave me complements my second statement, that you need to be accountable for yourself. Now, that's how marriage works. If something
was that accountability or shifting of blame?
No.
That's shifting of blame
I say you need to be accountable.
for
You say
yourself. So
accountable.
Adam did wrong in
I
that
was still talking,
approach.
you know. You need to be accountable for yourself. You don't need to throw blame on somebody else. I was a victim of that at a point in time. I kept saying this is this, this is this, this is this. But I sat down one day through the help of the Holy Spirit, and he opened my eyes to this. And someone called me one day. He said, the Holy Spirit said, you are proud. And this is me. If I see you on the road, well done, ma, is what I will tell you. Do you get my point now?
Yeah.
So I had to sit back, and I told myself that if I want, as a matter of fact, if you want to be better, you need to be accountable for yourself.
All
Because in accountability, you see your flaws and you see areas where you need to develop on.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a whole lot.
I'm sure if we actually leave the floor open,
Oh my
we'll
God.
continue this
Our
conversation
That's why I said we should not raise another topic.
over
That's why I said it.
Late is
the
full.
next 10 hours, and we are not done, because this is a very wide topic, and it needs a lot of unpacking. But I can say that we've been able to dwell on the ones that really matter, and I'm sure that with the thoughts that have been shared on today's show, that you have been able to learn one or two things. And you should also know that love is intentionality. Marriage is intentionality. You have to be intentional about who you love. You have to be intentional about the actions you take when you're in love. You have to be intentional when you are in marriage. Someone said that love is not enough for marriage, and I concur, because other things have to come in place to make that full plate of marriage. Now that's where we draw the curtains on Flux 360 right here on Flux TV, and I'd like to say a very big thank you to Osas. Thank you for coming on board, and not forgetting Nelly. Thank you, our Akwa Ibom baby. After this show, she's going to go out and cook for us.
Yeah, no, we're going to a restaurant.
We're going to a restaurant.
Right.
Yeah, so it's been a wonderful conversation with you, and we know that we would have other shows where we are still going to call you, and definitely we know that you're going to show up. And that's the show on Flux 360 right here on Flux TV. And sure to click the subscribe button. Drop your own comments if you feel you are not in sync, or you do not agree with what our guests have said here today. It's okay. It's a free world. Yes, you have right to your opinion, so try to drop that opinion in our comment section there, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you get to know when we drop a new video. It's going to be back-to-back content, not only for this podcast. There are other contents coming on board on Flux TV. My name is Evelyn Ohiola. You can call me King Give, and of course, Heritage.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. It's been an amazing time. I mean, our plate is full already, and I'm sure you've been able to pick 1 or 2 cents from everything we've said. Till next time, I remain your co-hosts, Heritage Oyedepo.
Wait, let's cheers before they come.
Oh, nice one.
Let's cheers to and wonderful.
Anything to cheers to?
I don't care.
A wonderful.
Man, that was nice.
Well, there's nothing in your bottle.
Exactly.
There's nothing in your glass cup.
There's love in sharing.
But there's peace in having your own. I heard that a long time ago.
I like.
All right, so let's do the cheers one more time. Thank you guys for coming around.
Everyone.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers.